Welcome back, Comic Universe, and I know we're all still coming off the high of the animated movie news for Batman TMNT, and yeah, let's talk about this other news that came out yesterday and today. I guess you could talk about the news also that was revealed. So we're going to talk about some major change-ups in the DC Universe. I gotta say, recently, you know how Marvel is like back to status quo in no less than a few months after a earth-shattering event? DC, at least in recently since Rebirth, has really been keeping up with the whole, we really changed the status quo a lot. So I'll give DC that they're really, like, stepping up their game with the whole, when something changes, the effects feel longer, you know what I mean? So, I'll give them that. Whether that be good or bad in your eyes, I don't know. So, anyway, so two major things have been announced. One is a new DC event, and DC's new announcement of Year of the Villain. As we know, DC really likes to play with their villains more than their heroes sometimes. And that's probably why, like, when people ask, about DC, about comic book villains, they'll usually spring for DC characters first. Whereas with superheroes, they'll usually spring for Marvel heroes first. That's what I've kind of noticed, really. So DC is doing another villain-centric storyline, and yeah, and we also have a DC event that I want to get really close to, called DCEASED. DCEASED is apparently written by Tom Taylor, and he posted on Twitter a picture of Superman screaming as he's watching the whole world tear itself apart. This is also apparently the final Justice League. This is being touted as the final Justice League story, which, okay, wow. I thought Heroes in Crisis was the final Justice League story, but what do I know? So yeah, it looks like that is going to be the case. Is that they are going to be focusing on the Justice League dealing with an event so horrible that it's going to break them up. Which I don't know how that's going to affect Scott Snyder's Justice League run. Really don't know how that's going to affect it. But yeah, the other thing that I want to bring up is that another major aspect that's going on is that the Batman Who Laughs miniseries isn't going to be the last time we see the Batman Who Laughs. Apparently, he is being built up he's apparently going to play a part in this new event by Tom Taylor. And if you don't know who Tom Taylor is, Tom Taylor, of course, has been writing for the longest time the Injustice tie-in comics, for the, Injustice Year 1 and Year 2, basically the comics that set up between the two games. He's been doing that. He also wrote the Justice League Power Rangers crossover. He also wrote for XMen, and he also wrote X-23. So yeah, when Laura was taking over for Wolverine, so he was doing all new Wolverine. I think he's a really good writer. I think he's kind of underrated at points. I think he's kind of underrated, but hopefully with this event that Taylor can actually get some pull. I think Tom Taylor can actually get some pull with this one. So there's not much to say other than this is being treated as an event that will certainly rock the DC universe for ages to come. And I know, like I said, is that whenever a comic book event happens, it's usually just kind of felt for a while and then it goes away after a couple months. But this time, like DC, especially post-Rebirth, have really been hitting home that, yeah, when shit happens, it matters. So stay focused. So I'm really interested to see where this will go in terms of where Tom Taylor is willing to take this. Now, the other thing I have to bring up is Year of the Villain. Now, Year of the Villain is going to be a one-shot comic that you can get, I believe, in late March, early May. I forget what time. But basically, what it is, it's a giant one-shot that will focus on all the supervillains. The story about Bane, Lex Luthor, and the creature who made the DC universe, apparently created the DC universe, Perpetua, who first appeared in the the Scott Snyder Justice League run recently. So we've got a story about her, we've got a story about Bane, the Batman Who Laughs, and you're probably thinking, well, that's a big one-shot, DPZ. How am I going to afford it? That's the beauty of it. This comic is only going to be worth 25 cents. That's right, a 25-cent book that is about, I think they toted it as a 48-page book, or more. But yeah, this book is going to be sold for 25 cents, just to, pique your interest. So we have a few stories. This is going to kick off a lot of major DC events, such as the Batman Who Laughs next story, what's going to happen next in Scott Snyder's Justice League run. We also have Bane, which is going to build up the upcoming Batman storyline in Tom King's run called City of Bane, which Bane has been playing the long game throughout Tom King's run, so I'm really interested to see where they're going to go with this character's run, so I'm really happy about that. All in all, I'm really looking forward to seeing where the DC Universe could go, the DC Universe is willing to go next. I know Heroes in Crisis has been really, divisive. I've been liking it, but I can understand people's frustration with it so far. I can understand a lot of people's frustration for this comic. But I've been reading Batman Who Laughs. I've been really enjoying it. Hopefully Scott Snyder will not have a Scott Snyder ending to this. But yeah, this series has been really good so far. I've been really enjoying where this comic's been going. And I'm really curious to see where the City of Bane storyline's going to be, and this DCEASED event. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where DC's been really striking while the iron is hot. And yeah, and again, really cool on you, DC, for having a giant a massive prelude to all your future villain events this year, and have it be a 25-cent book. Now that's genius. That's actually a pretty genius move. Rather than have it be like a $6.99 one-shot book, you decided, you know what? People probably won't, probably be put off by the price, so let's make it 25 cents. Let's just make it 25 cents. So good on you for that. So so tell us, Universe, what do you guys think of DC's DCEASED and Year of the Villain? Are you guys excited for it? Are you guys not? Comment below, let me know, and if you're new here, remember to Hulk smash that subscribe button and be a part of Earth's Mighty Subscribers. I'm DPZ, and we will see you right here once more in the Universe.